Do you think you're free? No, you're a slave, and the worst part, you don't even realize it. Lust has wrapped its chains around your mind, your desires, your actions, and you think this is normal. You think you're in control, but that's the first lie. The most dangerous chains are the ones that feel weightless. A man in prison knows he's locked up. He sees the bars, feels the cold steel against his wrists. He knows he's trapped. But you walk freely, you laugh, you live your life as if nothing is wrong. Yet, you are bound. Lust doesn't grip you like a visible shackle. It wraps itself around your habits, your instincts, your very perception of reality. And because you don't feel the burden, you don't fight it. And that's exactly what the enemy wants. You tell yourself, I can stop whenever I want. But when was the last time you actually did? When was the last time you resisted? Not for a moment, not for a day, but fully, completely. Or do you always find yourself crawling back, giving in, telling yourself, just one more time? You think you own your desires, but your desires own you. Lust works like an addiction. The first time, it's a thrill. The second time, it's a craving. The third, fourth, fifth, before you know it, it's a reflex. The images flood your mind before you even invite them in. The thoughts appear before you even call them. It's no longer something you do, it's something you are. And yet, you still believe you're in control. You didn't wake up one day and decide to be enslaved. No, you were taught this, conditioned, trained like a dog responding to a bell. You live in a world that has made lust a virtue and purity a joke. They tell you it's natural, it's harmless, it's fun. They plaster it on billboards, inject it into entertainment, slip it into your subconscious until it feels like second nature. But since when did being natural make something good? Anger is natural, violence is natural, selfishness is natural. Are those good? Do we surrender to them just because they exist? Indulgence is freedom, but let's test that. If you're so free, why can't you stop? If you're so free, why does resisting feel like an uphill battle? That's not freedom, that's dependency. You are a slave, and the master you serve is never satisfied. Slavery to lust is unlike any other. If you were shackled by chains, at least you would know your captor. If you were locked in a cell, at least you would see your prison walls. But this is a slavery that masquerades as choice. You walk willingly into the cage, thinking it's a banquet, a celebration of pleasure. But the feast never fills you. The more you consume, the hungrier you become. You eat, but you are never full. You drink, but you are always thirsty. You don't believe it? Look at your habits. You thought that first indulgence would satisfy, didn't you? You thought you could control it. But it grows. It demands more. What once was enough is now dull, and so you chase something more extreme, more thrilling. And still, the hunger remains. Lust is never content to sit still. It escalates. It expands. It doesn't just take what you give. It demands more. Lust isn't just about what you do with your body. It's about what happens to your soul. It dulls your spirit. It weakens your will. It makes you feel small, unworthy, ashamed, but not ashamed enough to stop. Just ashamed enough to hide. And that's the real trick. Because when you hide, you don't fight. You don't seek help. You don't confess. You don't resist. You don't bring it into the light where it can die. Instead, you stay in the shadows, feeding the beast in secret, lying to yourself that this isn't a big deal. But it is. Lust isn't just a habit, it's a chain wrapped around your soul, and until you see it, really see it, you'll never be free. You think lust is just a desire, just an instinct, just a natural part of being human. That's what they've told you, that's what you've come to believe. But you don't understand what you're dealing with. Lust is not just a moment of temptation. It's not just an impulse. It's not just about sex. It's far bigger, far deeper, far darker than that. Lust is hunger, an unnatural, insatiable hunger that gnaws at your soul. It is a fire that does not warm but burns, a thirst that only grows stronger the more you try to quench it. And you have fed it. You have given it space in your mind, in your habits, in your secret moments. You've entertained the thought, indulged the feeling, excuse the action. And now it follows you. It lingers in the background of your life, waiting, whispering, demanding more. Lust is the distortion of desire. Desire itself is not the enemy. God created desire. He created hunger, thirst, passion, love. He designed you to long for things, to reach for something greater, to seek intimacy, to crave beauty, to be drawn toward goodness. But lust takes that good desire and twists it, corrupts it, perverts it. Lust is desire without restraint, hunger without fulfillment, craving without satisfaction. It turns love into addiction, attraction into obsession, intimacy into possession. It takes what was meant to be sacred and makes it common. It takes what was meant to be given and makes it something to be taken. Lust does not love, it devours. It sees people not as souls but as objects. It turns a face into a fantasy, a body into an escape, a person into a product. It reduces something eternal, a human soul, to something temporary, something disposable. Love values, lust consumes. Love sees the person, lust sees the parts. Love says, I would die for you. Lust says, I would use you. And that's why it never satisfies. That's why it never brings peace, because it was never designed to. If lust truly satisfied, it would stop, but it doesn't. It never does. You thought that first indulgence would be enough, didn't you? That first glance, that first thought, that first act. You thought it would scratch the itch, quiet the craving, settle the hunger. But what happened? It didn't stop. It came back, louder, stronger, more demanding. Lust does not want to be fed, it wants to rule. The more you give it, the more it grows. What once was enough is now too small. The thrill fades, the excitement dulls, and so you chase something new, something more intense, something riskier, darker, more forbidden. You fight alone, swinging wildly at a beast that never tires. Every time you stumble, it tightens its chains. Every time you fall, it laughs. Enough. There is no neutrality in war. The chains will either be broken or they will tighten. The battlefield waits. What will you do? Lust is a drug, and you are its addict. But let's be clear, this isn't just about explicit images or immoral acts. Lust is a mindset, a worldview, a pattern of thinking that warps everything it touches. Lust makes you restless. You lose the ability to be still, to be content, to be at peace. You are always searching, always scanning, always wanting something more. Lust makes you impatient. Real love takes time, takes effort, takes sacrifice. Lust wants instant gratification, immediate pleasure, no consequences. Lust makes you weak. It robs you of self-control, discipline, clarity. It makes you a slave to impulse, a man ruled by his urges, an animal chasing his instincts rather than a soul seeking holiness. And the worst part? You know this. You've felt the emptiness, you've tasted the bitterness, you've indulged and then wondered why it didn't fill you. Yet you return, again and again and again, because the hunger never stops, because the thirst never fades, because lust does not give, it only takes. The body is not the problem, the heart is. Maybe you think the problem is external. Maybe you think, if I just avoid certain situations, if I just stay away from temptation, if I just keep my eyes down, I'll be fine. Wrong. The problem isn't out there, the problem is inside you. You could lock yourself in a monastery, cut yourself off from every screen, isolate yourself from every trigger, and still lust would find you, because lust is not just about what you see, it's about how you see. The world tells you that your body is the problem, that sex is the problem, that desire is the problem, that if you just suppress these things, you'll be holy. But God never condemned desire. He never cursed attraction. He never declared beauty to be wicked. The issue isn't that you have passions. The issue is that your passions have you, because you don't want just love. You want control. You don't want just intimacy. You want possession. You don't want just pleasure. You want escape. And that's why lust will never be satisfied, because it is trying to fill a hole that was never meant to be filled that way. Lust is a spiritual disease. If lust were merely physical, a physical solution would work. But it's not. Lust is a disease of the soul, a sickness that infects your mind, your emotions, your spirit. It clouds your judgment, poisons your relationships, distorts your sense of self. And like any disease, it doesn't just go away on its own. You cannot fight lust by simply gritting your teeth and trying harder. You cannot win this war with willpower alone. Lust must be killed. It must be dragged into the light, exposed, starved. It must be uprooted from the heart, not just managed at the surface. And that begins with seeing it for what it really is. You are not in control, but you can be free. Lust tells you that you are its master, that you choose it freely. But the truth? You are bound. You are controlled by something that does not love you, does not care for you, does not want your good. You are shackled to a master that only seeks to consume you, drain you, strip you of your strength, your dignity, your very soul. But you do not have to stay here. There is a way out. There is a cure. There is freedom. But it will cost you. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you secrecy. It will cost you the lies you've told yourself to justify your weakness. The question is, do you want to be free, or do you just want to sin without guilt?